Hey guys, it's August the 4th, Monday. Yeah. So, yesterday I had my friend Nicole, thank you Nicole, and her daughter Annabelle, and my son Parker. They all came out here to help me dig potatoes yesterday. Very glad that Nicole came because she showed me what I should have done, because I'm learning. You're really supposed to heel up your potatoes around the leaves and only leave maybe a few leaves on top showing so that more potatoes will grow off of the vine. I didn't realize, I don't know why, but I didn't realize that it was like a vine type. So let me show you. This is the remnants of my plants. This is how tall, I'm gonna lay it down on the ground here. This is how big the plants are. I'll actually be upside down, be easier to see maybe. Anyhow, these are the roots, and I had a few taters, small, little tiny baby ones that are seeds. The biggest potato might have been about that big around. And then I just let it go, and they was laying on the ground and everything, but each little spot here, you can tell that it could have been potatoes growing all the way up the vine. So, in reality, you should have a hill probably about this tall, about a 4-foot tall hill, well, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Anyhow, next year will be different on my potatoes. I got about a half a basket out of all 35 plants of potatoes that we did. So we ended up pulling up all of the, because they were dying. I've got some of it here because it won't fit in my compost bin. I've got, see, it's already full. I've done turned it and everything, but we put in as much as we could. And then I brought kitchen scraps and put in here, and we got it turned. And I'll eventually slowly keep adding that to my compost bin as it breaks down, okay? So I did get some potatoes. Like I said, it's a learning thing. When you get out in your garden, you have to figure it out and learn it that way. Videos can show you things, but how people edit and crop out things and maybe not explain all the way or what have you. So that's what we done yesterday, and so far the garden, it's got some big old tomatoes in it and a bunch of grass in it. I have some beans here that I keep looking for, but where we haven't had rain, this is as far as we've gotten. Little teeny tiny beans. So when those come on and have big beans, I'll be able to pick those. Over here, I did have a little cucumber growing. Oh wow, in 2 days it was ready to pick. So it's good to keep an eye on your cucumbers because they do grow fast sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one. I'll just keep twisting and then give it a little tug. All right. And then I check to see if there's maybe some more blooms that's been pollinated to produce another cucumber. They might get lost down in this grass. So what I need to do is come through and like take scissors and cut the grass down just so I can see real well. You don't need to follow that stick. You need to come this way. Let's have you come this way. You're the top. Grab a hold of there. There you go. Now. Alright. So since we haven't had rain, haven't had very much going on as far as produce goes, the broccoli is hanging on. I don't see a broccoli head. We'll hopefully, we might have one. I don't know. My cabbage. Anyhow, I need to come out here and take some scissors when I have time and trim up around this. See, cabbage, and then all the greenery might be choking it out. So here's where our potatoes started. You can see we got it all dug up. Got it all dug up, and here's my watermelon plant. So I think it's gonna take off nice. And then over here we got some onions laying down. They're not all the way down though. Not sure how long the onions will be. Obviously I haven't come out here to check the peas, but I knew they was dying and not producing anyway. I planted peas way too late. You really should start that earlier. I was probably June planting this year. Probably around April, May. Somewhere in there is where we're supposed to get peas in there, in the ground. Oh, looky here, tomato, you're getting humongous. You're gonna need to be tied up here. It's kind of hard with just one hand, but I will. I'm gonna go get a little piece of string and tie that one up. And then here's the other side of our potatoes, all the way down. Got all that dug up yesterday. All right. And then, you know, everything else is about the same. Tomatoes are getting bigger. Wow. I can't remember if this is another pink tomato or not. I think both of these were pink. So that's how come they're so big. Onions, everything's looking nice. Still never really figured out what this is going to be yet. I thought maybe peppers, but it could be a tomato too. But it looks like we got some blooms, so maybe here soon we'll find out what it's going to be. There's that volunteer tomato. Okay. As you can tell, these are not a good idea, so don't do that. Previous videos, I might have showed you how I was doing it. I was just trying to give me a border. They're falling over. It would be best to have something more concrete or brick or rock, just to have, you know, an outline of my garden here. well, I was just doing the garden walk here. Oh, and here's some more cherry tomatoes. Yep, this one needs to be, see how it's kind of out of line. I need to get it up here. Roma. Funny looking shape, huh? These must be Romas too. Yeah. I got a white tint to them. I don't know. Probably where the rain, like I said. But you watch. As soon as it starts raining, everything will come on real fast. And I may not have time to get to everything real fast. So I am going to ask my friends to come back and we'll harvest the tomatoes. Oh, I see a pretty butterfly. Let me flip you around. There it is. Isn't that pretty? Pretty orange. Just hanging out. My little jungle. It's okay. Thanks to David the Good, I've realized food forest. It doesn't sound that bad, does it? But I've got tomatoes all everywhere. These pretty little, oh look. Showing me your wings, huh? Yeah. You're very pretty. Yes, you are. All right, well, we're almost around. I'm getting hot already. It's supposed to be cooler today, like 70, 80. I see a big old caterpillar on my tomato leaf. They love tomatoes now. Come here, buddy. Let's just repurpose you down here somewhere. There you go. That way I don't step on you. Some of those tomatoes are still not red yet. Those are one of the first ones that come on, so that's what I wanted to check on. Oh, and yesterday my friend found a little baby snake Sunflower's getting taller each time I come out. And the morning glories are going everywhere. And we're back to the beginning, guys. Still no herbs. I will replant herbs next year and do it earlier. Except for maybe this here deal, if I can find it. Oh, look. There he is. You're getting tall, too. It's like, yeah, the grass is making me grow. I'll have to get out here some scissors and clip around that as well. And then here's the other side of that pink tomato. Back over here by the compost bin. And then we got morning glories entangled in the mess. They're growing up that post right there. Can't forget my cucumber. Alright, so that's my little garden update. Sorry that I didn't video us pulling the... Yeah, let's just go ahead and take care of that one. Put that in compost. Sorry I didn't video the potatoes, but just for, you know, their privacy, I didn't video it. There really wasn't much to see except I had a shovel, started digging in front of each plant. They had the little spade and one was pulling the plant, the other one was spading, and someone was putting potatoes into the baskets. So that's how, oh, excuse me, that's how we got it done. Then we brought it all over here in the shade because it was pretty warm there toward the end. I brought it over here to the shade by the swing and ended up sitting here and separating, taking off all the potatoes and putting them all in one basket. And all the extra dirt clods went back in the garden. And the compost, you saw that. Took the greens to the compost. Now I took my potatoes inside and was going to put them in my, oh yeah, I gotta put this in compost real quick. I was gonna put them in my potato bin because I didn't have very many and my potato bin was pretty empty. I had one layer of potatoes and 2 of them were rotten. Yuck. If you ever smelled rotten potato, you know what I'm talking about. So the rotten potato made it to my compost in the house. I use a old coffee can as my compost. And so took all those potatoes out, and then I laid down some paper. You can lay down paper towels. I've done that. I've done newspaper. Laid down some paper. I have plenty of it. Put down my new potatoes that I just dug. Put some more potato paper on top of that to separate the new from the old. And then put the potatoes on top of that. So I've been keeping the house, trying to keep it tidy and clean because while I've been sick, I got it back to how I want it. And I also keep doing laundry every day and hanging out laundry every day. So I do that a little bit in the beginning of the day. And then, so I got this one next. Put that one behind. I got one tomato out. After I get the house and everything situated where I've been kind of sick in my stomach. I've been not feeling well, but all of the clothes are almost gone. I have a few more to label to put in this tote, and I've already filled up that tote's ready for yard selling. This tote, I was able to empty it out because this was all like stuffed kitchen gadgets and everything. And I reorganized my pantry, or what I call it's kind of pantry. When I put all noodles and everything in containers, moved all the canned goods and stuff over to this shelf. I might have to dig for stuff, but it's okay. For now, anyway. I think where I've been stressed out on everything that I'm doing, I might have an ulcer, or I might have acid reflux, or I might have GERD. I'm not sure. My mom had GERD. My grandpa had acid reflux. And I have been stressed out. So, take your pick. So, I have good days and I have bad days, or good hours. There we go. And I have bad hours, and then I realize, well, can't eat that. So, that's what I've been doing. Today's Monday. Tomorrow I gotta take somebody to a doctor's appointment a couple cities over. The next day after that we gotta go a couple cities down for another appointment. So that takes up some of my days. And then the next day is when 127 yard sale starts. And I have one tote. I have other stuff in my booth at the flea market, but I'm gonna work on getting a lot of this knocked out. Going through. I have to go through it. See if I want it. See if I gotta trash it. See if somebody else wants it. And if nobody wants it, figure out what to price it. Stick it somewhere. So, this hasn't changed yet. It's gonna change today. Alright? And scanning. This is a before. This is all just stuff. Some stuff I wanted to keep for crafting. I was in a crafting thing that I wanted to do. Some of it's crafting, some of it's stuff I haven't even went through from my mom's house. Some of it is this is storage stuff that I've kept just in case I wanted to store and organize. Some of this stuff goes to my brother-in-law because it was my mother-in-law's. Some stuff he may want. And then back here, I've got my garden stuff on this shelf. And then I have garden stuff on the top shelf here. And then this stuff down here came from my grandmother. A lot of it did. So I have to go through that. Because I was helping her clean, last year? And still have not went through it. Yes, I know. 3 years ago, something like that, 4 years ago, my mother-in-law passed away, so that I haven't went through it. 2 or 3 years ago, my mom passed away, so this is all her stuff I gotta go through. And then we cleaned out our closet in the living room to make room for our clothes. So then our stuff from our closet is up in here, and we don't know if we want to go have it, keep it, where's it going, all that good stuff. So, books. Books are always good to have. You never know if you want to go back and look at books, so. That's a lot of egg crates, but I was saving them for some reason, and I didn't know why, and then it's a good thing I saved them because I might be able to use them later. So, anyhow, there's my beautiful mess. I'm gonna get to it. Y'all have a good week, and I'll video as soon as possible. If you guys want to see me do stuff, I can video me doing stuff, but for privacy reasons, I don't video going through my stuff. I don't know. Sometimes it takes me a while, sometimes it's quick. All I do is open up one bag or wooden tote, pick up the item. What do I do with this? Whose is it? Ask Hank. You know, just keep that item in your hand and do something with it. Label it, sell it, trash it. Oh, my sister needs this. Call your sister, text her, video chat her, I don't know. Hey, do you want this? Yeah, I'll take it. All right, it goes in my sister's pile. Or no, I don't want it. Okay. Somebody else, you know. Hey, Nicole, y'all want some clothes? Nope, don't clothes. All right. So we just tag it up, get it out. It don't need to sit here. This is stress. This is extra stress on my heart. Stuff. And this is just one room. We've got another building out back that we need to go through. And then another building has stuff in it, but it needs to be organized. So I know we probably want to keep all that. So, if I can do it, you can do it. You can do it. Get up. You can do it. One bag at a time. One step at a time. Oh yeah, this morning we didn't get up super early like we wanted to get up, and that's okay. Our bodies needed the rest. We need to ease into getting up early or whatever, okay? Remember, I DoorDash from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then coming home and going straight to bed is kind of hard to do. So you have to have some wind down time. About an hour. I'm pretty wound down and falling asleep within an hour. My husband and my son, on the other hand, need more time to try to fall asleep. So, anyhow, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is best for your body to reset, to recuperate, to heal, and to start over the next day. So if I was to go to sleep and say I went to sleep at 11 and I said bedtime was, you know, well, it'd be 11 and then get up at 6:30. How many hours is that? That's 7.5 hours. That's pretty good as long as you're healthy. I'm not healthy. I've been sick. So I ended up getting up about 8, I think. So just waking up took me a while to get up, open my eyes and everything. So it's a process. I'm just trying to tell you guys, do it little at a time. Don't try to do it all in one day. I'm 40 years old. It takes me longer to do some things because I've let my body go so much, and I'm working on and he runs away. Okay, Parker has learned that you can put a straw in your mouth and the other end in your armpit and blow, and he makes fart noises. There's your laugh for the day. Anyhow, we got up, we went to the bank this morning, made a deposit, you know, and then we went to the walking trail. And last Friday we went to a walking trail and we measured, and we went from you start it and you measured. All right, now he's over there running.
I was making a YouTube video. You walked by and did a big fall. I went, ah. I didn't post it because of that. Now.
Well, I'm posting this, so you're embarrassing yourself. Anyhow, Parker, I'm trying to talk, okay? Yes. 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 Anyhow, the first time we went to walk, Hank walked a quarter of a mile pushing his wheelchair, okay? He wants to get healthy, and he pushed himself to a quarter of a mile with his wheelchair. He had to sit down, and I had to push him back. that quarter of a mile. So I walked a half a mile, Parker walked a half a mile, and Hank walked a quarter of a mile. We had to rest Saturday and Sunday because my back was out. And, well, not completely out. It was just very tight, iffy. I coughed, the sharp pain down in my lower back, one of those. And I had an ankle that didn't do right because I wasn't focusing on heel toe. And when you walk, you start with your heel, toe, all the way to the toe when you're walking and taking steps. Now, my left foot has no problem. My right foot does. It has some kind of popping going in the arch part or back here with the little toes. Something's going on in there. So, I gotta sit down a minute. So, I had to rest my back, and I had to rest my foot, and then my stomach was acting up, and then we was door dashing and all this stuff. Anyhow, so we had to rest on Saturday. Sunday we didn't DoorDash. Sunday we try to take day off. And then today, this morning, I want to also tell you that, okay, so the most that I have weighed, I believe, was 199, which I have been sick, so it's not really a healthy weight yet, but I'm down to 180 pounds now. It was 180.0. So, it's just hard to get past that 180 for me. I don't know what it is. So, anyhow, I'm doing pretty well as far as trying to lose weight. And I can see it in my neck. Anyhow. So, today, Hank walked that mile pushing his wheelchair. And he stood up and he said, I feel pretty good. I said, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to walk again. And started walking back that other a quarter of a mile. So he started walking, and I was like, okay, you stop anytime you need to because you're going further than you did last time. He said, I will. So he kept walking, and I was focusing on my heel toe, with my foot so it didn't hurt. My hip had a catch in it. The right side did. Not both sides. So I had both sides hurting for pushing the wheelchair. So my right side had a catch in it, but I was walking, normal side, and that's why I have to sit right now because my back's starting to hurt a little bit. So, anyhow, Hank made it the whole half mile, pushing. He was sweating. He pushed himself so hard to do that. He set a goal for himself, and that's what he wanted to do, and he did it. If he can do it, y'all can do it. Just, you don't have to go that strenuous. I mean, you don't even have to go a quarter of a mile. You can go, I don't know, if it's 10 steps, start with that. The next day, do 11 steps and come back. And do 12 steps and come back. You see what I mean? If you want to count steps, do that. If you want to count time, walk in a certain amount of time, however long it takes you to get. You walk 5 minutes, walk 5 minutes. The next day, walk 6. The next day, walk 7. Or even 6.5, 5.5, whatever you need to do. But you've got to start somewhere, and you've got to have a goal, and working toward a goal gives you purpose in life. Keeps you going, keeps your mind going, and also faith in the good Lord above, because He helps pull you through all these things. Trust me. I don't know where I'd be without Him. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. I'm going to go foot up my laundry and hang up the laundry from the washer up on the clothesline. It's probably going to rain today, but I don't care. If it rains, it rains, and the next day I'll check, see if it's wet and dry, whatever. We got plenty of clothes to go through. But at least this set will be washed and hung on the line. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.